Welcome back to my 18,989 incredible students. This is English is Easy. I am your personal YouTube English teacher, Connor. Today, we have another episode of I Speak, You Speak. Yeah, this is the best way to practice your English speaking skills, and today's episode is a little bit unique because we will be using real IELTS speaking exam questions. So whether you are getting ready to actually go and take the IELTS exam, or you just want some spoken English practice, you clicked on the right video. Here's how it works. So first, I'm going to show you a real question from a previous IELTS speaking exam. Then I will demonstrate, I will show you how I would respond to the question myself. Last, it will be your turn. Try to talk for the full 30 seconds. I want you guys to really push yourselves to fill up that space because obviously, the more we speak, the better our speaking will be. Now, before we jump into this speaking practice, I have a very small favor to ask of you guys. Please take 1 second to quickly click like on this video. It really supports me a lot. It really helps me grow my channel. You can leave me a comment to support me even more. Click subscribe so you never miss another one of my videos, and you can even click the join button right next to the subscribe button for some big benefits like PDFs for all of my lessons and bonus videos. All right, taking a look at question number 1, let's talk about your hometown. Where is your hometown? This is a pretty simple question, a pretty basic question. If you feel like you need some help in responding to any of the questions included in today's video, you can use the framework I've provided. It's there to help you. You might see some blue words. Those blue words I've included because they are very native. I think the test giver would be very impressed if you could use these words. They sound casual, they sound real, they sound authentic. You might see some green words. Those are instructions to help you know what to put in the blanks. I've even included some instructions if you have leftover time at the end of your 30 seconds, some extra things to talk about. I will answer this question first. Here's my 30 seconds. Here I go. Yeah, so my hometown is Wichita, Kansas, in the United States. As for the location, you can find it in the middle part of the country, right in the middle, near Iowa. Yeah, it's a place with a lot of wheat. It's a place with a lot of farms and big open fields. A lot of people say that they just drive through Kansas. They don't drive to Kansas. Okay, that was my 30 seconds. You can see how I used the framework to talk about my hometown. Now it's your turn. Go ahead. Great job, guys. Moving right along with speaking question 2, what do you like about your hometown? So now we are taking this hometown conversation a step further to talk specifically about what we like about our hometown. What are some things we admire about it? What are some things we enjoy about it? I'm going to take 30 seconds and give my response to this question using the framework. Here I go. Let's see. One thing I really like about my hometown is the downtown area. If you go downtown, there's a very cute area with lots of shopping, lots of nice restaurants. And actually, another reason I like it is because all of my friends live there. Yeah, now I live in California, but all of my best friends are back in my hometown, so it's nice to visit them when I go home. Okay, once again, that was my 30 seconds. That's how I would respond to this question. Now it's your turn. Really push yourself to fill up that 30 seconds. Go right ahead. In question number 3, we see, what do you not like about it? Okay, we've said the things that we like about our hometown. Now the test giver is asking us, what are some negative aspects of this place where we grew up? What are some things that you don't like about it? Okay, so once again, I will use the framework and give my response to this question. One thing I'm not so crazy about is the travel convenience. You see, I'm a guy who really likes to travel. I did a lot of traveling in Southeast Asia a few years ago. And for me, access to that region of the world is really important. I love traveling Southeast Asia. And Wichita, Kansas, just doesn't have good access to international travel because it's in the middle of the United States. That was my 30 seconds. Now it's your turn. Push yourself. Tell me, what do you not like about your hometown? Go ahead. Moving on to question 4. How important is your hometown to you? Now, in this framework response, it's based on the idea that your hometown is very important to you. If that's not the case, you might have to answer this a little bit differently. But here's my response. Here's my 30 seconds. Oh man, yeah, my hometown is super important to me. That's because I just have so many fond memories, so many good memories of growing up there. I remember growing up in my old neighborhood. Every summer, we would go to the neighborhood pool, this place called Rockwood, and I would go swimming with my friends. We would ride bikes and go fishing at the neighborhood creek. I just have so many of those fond childhood memories. So, anyway, yeah, I'd say it really does mean a lot to me for that reason. Okay, I think I went a little bit over time there. It's your turn. Take your 30 seconds, respond to this question. Go ahead. Question 5 is, could you live your whole life in your hometown? Ooh, interesting question. Kind of a philosophical question. Could you spend the rest of your life just living in your hometown? Now, in the framework, I've provided the framework for 2 different kinds of responses. If you think yes, you could spend the rest of your life in your hometown, you can go with the top one. If you think that that would be not something that you would want to do, you can go with the bottom response. Here's my 30 seconds responding to this question. Well, there are things I love about my hometown for sure, but I couldn't live there forever because I just enjoy travel too much. As I mentioned earlier, I love traveling. I love international travel, especially in Southeast Asia. So being stuck in my hometown would feel just like that, like being stuck. And that would really bother me. I think after some time, I would start to go stir crazy and I'd really need to get out. Okay, that was my 30 seconds. Once again, your turn. Push yourself, fill up that full 30 seconds. Tell me, could you live your whole life in your hometown? Go ahead. If you are still following along, you're doing a great job. Give yourself a pat on the back for investing in your future as an English speaker. Very proud of you guys. I wanted to take 1 second and quickly thank all of my channel members. If your name is in this list, then you have clicked the join button here on YouTube or you follow my Patreon. And remember, guys, that membership includes PDFs, bonus videos, voting rights if you want to help me decide on upcoming videos, and of course, it really supports me a lot. So a big thank you to all of my channel members. Thank you guys very much. Moving on to question 6. Tell me about the kind of accommodation you currently live in. Accommodation, that basically means, do you live in an apartment? Do you live in a condo, a townhouse? Do you live in a house, etc.? What kind of building do you live in? I will take 30 seconds and respond to this question. So at the moment, I live in a house here in Sonoma, California. It's pretty small. It's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So I wish it was a little bit bigger. The living room is a decent size. The kitchen is a decent size. There is a little backyard to the house as well, which is nice to have. Have a little garden out there. But, I wish the house was a little bit bigger. That was my 30 seconds. Now it's your turn. Tell me about the kind of accommodation you live in now. Do you live in a house, an apartment? Tell me what it is, and then tell me more about it. Go ahead. Moving on to question 7, does the place you live in have many amenities? Ooh, amenities. That's kind of a difficult word. What does that mean? Basically, an amenity is something that's provided in the space where you live, right? Could be a swimming pool, a gym, elevator, parking space, laundry room, housekeeping, high-speed internet. If you're not sure what amenities to discuss, you can take a look at these examples down here. All right, here's my 30 seconds for sure. We've got some great amenities like a communal swimming pool. Yeah, outside of my house, we've got a swimming pool, and it's really nice to use, especially in the summertime. Here in California, it can get really hot, so I love having that swimming pool. Unfortunately, we don't have access to a gym. I really wish we had a gym, but having a swimming pool is already great. That was my 30 seconds. Now it's your turn. Tell me about the amenities where you live. What do you have? What do you wish you had? Go ahead. Question 8 Is there anything you would like to change about the place you live in? Here's a chance to kind of complain about something that bothers you about your current living situation, your current accommodation. Now, if there is something that bothers you that you do want to talk about, you can pick this option, the yes option. If there's nothing that bothers you about the space you live in, you can pick the no option. I will go first. Here is my 30 seconds. You bet. Something I really wish I could change is my neighbor situation. Unfortunately, I do share a wall with one of my neighbors, and they're not always so respectful with the noise they make late at night. Sometimes I'm trying to record a video. Sometimes I'm just trying to go to sleep and they are playing guitar really loudly. That kind of drives me crazy, so I do wish I could change that. All right, your turn. Let me know. Is there something you want to change about the place you live in? How do you want to change it? How do you want to make it better if you could? So take 30 seconds and respond to this question. Go ahead. We are flying right along, coming up on question 9. Only 2 more questions, guys. Do you plan to live there for a long time? Do you plan to stay where you are living now for a long time? If you think yes, you will stay there for a long time, you can pick this option, the yes option. If you don't think so, you can say, I don't think so. And then you can talk about a few downsides, a couple bad things about the space you are living in now, about your current accommodation that makes you want to relocate, move somewhere new. So I will go first. Here's my 30 seconds. Yeah, I do plan to live here for quite some time. And that's because my parents also live here in California. And, I just love having access to my parents. They're getting a little older, so I want to make sure I can spend lots and lots of time with them. And so having them nearby means a lot to me. That's something I value a lot. And, because of that, I don't think I want to leave. Okay, that was my 30 seconds. Now it's your turn. Let me know. Do you plan to live where you are living now for a long time? Yes or no? Go ahead. Man, you guys absolutely killed it. If you are still watching at this point in the video, give me some knucks, pound it. You guys are doing awesome, man. So we have one more question in today's video, and I wanted to up the stakes. I wanted to increase the difficulty a little bit for the last question. So this time we are going to try and talk for 1 full minute. Yeah, not 30 seconds. This time it's going to be 1 full minute. And here's the question. How do you feel about living with roommates and why? Ooh, this is a chance to share an experience you've had maybe when you were younger and you had people living with you, splitting the rent with you, helping you pay rent, right? Here's a chance to really talk about that. You can start with this. So when it comes to roommates, tell me how you feel in the past. Maybe you can tell me a story about something that has happened in the past in your life. You can talk about upsides, the benefits of having roommates. You can talk about the downsides, right? The bad parts, the bad things about having roommates. And then you can summarize. You can say, so all in all, I'd say that roommates are a good fit for you or a bad fit for you. If you have some extra time, you can talk about a friend or a family member's roommate experience. Yeah, maybe you don't have that many experiences personally, but you know someone who has. Okay, so I'm going to take my full 1 minute and talk about this experience of mine, my opinion on roommates. Here I go. So, when it comes to roommates, I feel a little bit mixed. In the past, I have had plenty of roommates. I've probably had 10 roommates in my life. And I mean, I'll say there are some upsides and some downsides. So, first, let's talk about the upsides. I mean, roommates can help with rent, they can help you pay the rent, and obviously, that takes a lot of financial pressure off of you. And they can provide you with a social life as well. Yeah, sometimes your roommates, they go out to a party, they go out to an event, and you can tag along, or you can invite them to something you're going to. It just feels more social to have roommates. But there are some downsides, and one of those downsides is less privacy. And ultimately, for me, that was kind of a deal breaker. I love having my privacy, especially for making YouTube videos, so I don't think a roommate is a good fit for me, at least right now. Okay, that was my minute. Guys, push yourself. Really try to fill up this entire minute. Don't stop talking. Tell me, how do you feel about roommates? Are they a good fit for you right now or a bad fit for you right now? Tell me about a roommate story from your past. Take that full minute and really go for it. Go ahead. Okay, this has been another episode of I Speak, You Speak with IELTS questions this time. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments section. This is kind of a new format of video that I am experimenting with, so I would love some feedback from you guys. If you like it, if you don't like it, what you think I could do better when I make these videos, because I am always trying to improve the quality of my videos for you guys. I want to make sure you are getting exactly the kind of content that you want from this channel. So let me know. And hey, if you want to keep going, if you want to keep studying, this is not the first I Speak, You Speak video I've made. I have other ones. Go check it out here. I'll meet you there.